name is Imogen. Myself and Ondale are here today to interview Mr. Bryan Brown, an icon of Australian film, television and theatre, and the patron of Film by the Sea.
Mr. Brown has appeared in over 50 films and has won several awards. Him and his wife, Rachel Ward, own a film production company in Sydney.
Mr. Bryan Brown, thank you for allowing us to interview you today. Can you tell us why you agreed to become the patron of Film by the Sea and why it's so important for students to learn about film and filmmaking?
Well, that's a pretty good question. I guess the main reason I became patron of Film by the Sea is I was asked. And then I had to think about it and think, well, what does that mean to me? And, you know, my life is pretty well involved in film in all sorts of ways. I'm an actor in them, and I produce them, and I work with writers and all that sort of stuff, and it's really fun. And I figure, therefore, why shouldn't kids have the same sort of fun as I have? And furthermore, kids like you will tell us about the society that you're building here in Australia and where you all come from. And that's really important for me to hear.
How would it have been different if you could make films in primary school?
If they'd have had film when I was at school, I'm sure that would have helped me to study some of those great authors. It would have helped me to tell stories and write compositions. And it would have been enormous fun doing all the stuff that you guys are doing. I just can't believe that you can come and do this and get out of school like this. I'd have been all for it.
What movie has had the most impact in your life?
I did a movie called Gorillas in the Mist, and I went to Rwanda in Africa, and we climbed up the top of those mountains, and I spent every day for about 3 weeks, 8 hours, 9 hours a day with the mountain gorillas, sometimes 20 or 30 gorillas around me. And that's a pretty amazing experience to have them as close as you are to me. And I think as the years go by, I recognised just how extraordinary it was to be amongst those extraordinary creatures. So I think that's probably, in a way, the most significant opportunity I've ever had.
Mr. Brown, on a personal level, I'm going to be famous, so do I have to kiss girls?
Mate, it comes with the territory. It's a really terrible thing that's thrust upon us actor blokes, you know, having to kiss girls. And, you know, sometimes they make them incredibly beautiful, the girls you have to kiss, you know, and it's like, oh man, do I have to? So all I can say to you on delay is just grin and bear it, mate, when it comes along, okay?
My favourite question. Mr. Brown, do you need an understudy, a personal assistant, a driver? I'm getting my licence in 6 years. And
are you proposing yourself for one of these jobs?
Yes.
Right. Well, I do need a chief cook and bottle washer. Can you handle that?
Yes.
Mate, you're on.
Call me.
6 years. Call me.
Thank you for your time today, Mr. Brown.
Well, thank you, Ondale, and thank you, Imogen. This is probably the best interview I've ever had in my life, and I look forward to many more interviews with such a charming couple. Thank you.